Hello and welcome to Japan by Food. I'm your host, Shizuka Anderson. Today's episode is a bit of a challenge Shizuka episode, which you may have seen before in a previous episode where I tried my hand at making amezaiku, which is a traditional candy art craft. And today I'm going to be making Japanese food samples. Japanese food samples have garnered a lot of international attention due to their amazing attention to detail and how realistic they look. They look almost exactly like real food when they're done well. You can often find food samples outside of restaurants, and they're usually placed outside of restaurants. You can see what kind of dishes they have on the menu, and you can decide if you want to go into the restaurant or what you want to order. It is said that the first food samples were invented around 90 years ago in Gifu Prefecture in Japan. That was the first place where you could find a food sample replica outside of a restaurant. And they gained popularity because in crowded restaurants, people could decide what they wanted to order before they entered the shop. So now they've spread all over Japan and you can find them in just about any restaurant nowadays. It is believed that the first ever food sample to be made was omuraisu, which is a Japanese omelet on rice. It's a very popular dish in Japan. But today I'm going to be making a sample ramen as well as a sample parfait or sundae. So let's give that a try and we'll see how well I can do. Let's go. So now I am inside the food sample shop. It's the Yamato food sample shop. And as you can see, I'm getting ready to make one of these ramen samples. We have some green onions. This is spinach. Menma, which is a type of bamboo shoot, I believe. And then this is a fish cake and chashu pork. And the person who will be teaching us is a very lovely man named Ito-san, right over here.
はじめまして、よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いいたします。Hi. We're putting the noodles in some hot water. It's about 50 degrees, so it's a little hot, but not scalding. And basically, we're almost like boiling the wax noodles so that it gets soft and malleable, like so. And we're gonna try and roll them up into circular forms and then lay them on our filler sheet, kind of like so. And he says for ramen, it's not that difficult to make it look nice because we put toppings on. So we're kind of free to arrange it wherever we have empty spaces, like so. I'm gonna open my palm and press it.
Okay,
try and press it into the filler plate.
こういったものを全部柔らかくしたいんですけど、今日入れるのはビーフとそれからフィッシュケーキですね。
はい。
それからフィッシュとこの3つを柔らかくします。今この状態ですと折れてしまうんですけど、これもやはり今のようにお湯を加えることによって柔らかくなって形が造形できるんですよ。ですかね。はい。ちょっと厚めですね。
わかりました。
これをですね。じゃあその
チャーシューとナルトと。はい。So he says that he has put pre-sliced notches in here just to make it easier, especially for kids to cut them. So it becomes a very family-friendly activity.
先ほどは硬い状況ですとグッてやってポキッと折れちゃうんですけど、ここに入れること、お湯に入れることによって折れないです。ちょっとこれ曲げていただきます。ちょっと好きなように多分もう柔らかいと思いますね。柔らかいですよね。
すごい柔らかくなりました。Alright, so now that it's become soft and malleable, I can shape it as I want. You can make your own original fish cake shape. Okay, so the rough part is the top, the smooth part is the bottom. We're going to try and put these together in a way that looks beautiful and presentable. So what we want to do is we want to make, usually most people want a large slice of chashu, so we're going to try and mold this. Oh, it's a little hot. Mold this so it gets a little bit bigger by pressing the sides and stretching it out a little bit. So I'm going to try and make a large chashu. Alright, I think this is a good size for a slice of chashu without being too thin. So I'm going to stop here. Apparently some people make them really big. You can make them as big as you want to, but I don't know, they just get super thin. So I think this is a good size. Oh, ありがとうございます。Yes, I got a compliment.
熱い色を上からイメージとしてはろうそくがポタポタって垂れるイメージです。
はい。
ろうがろうを溶かしてくっついてくれるんですよ。
What's going to happen next is these food samples use zero glue. The reason being that glue doesn't stick to wax, I guess. So the only way that they can stick this all together is by using more wax. So they're going to pour hot wax in here and solidify it into this. So this is a pure wax. So when it's hot, it's clear, but when it hardens, it turns white. So you can see that it's dripping, it's kind of turning into a white wax like a candle. So next I'm going to use this plate to kind of imagine how I'm going to lay it out on the noodles like so. You shoot out as you want to. Maybe a little bit of spinach. Is this? Maybe some in the middle. You know what? I'm probably just going to copy something like this. Clear soup cannot be made with wax because the wax solidifies and turns white and not clear basically. So if you want something clear, we need to use gelatin. So all of the food samples that are made with like a clear soup or like for example beer or drink samples, they always use gelatin. And of course they use a preservative in it so it doesn't go bad. But yeah, I guess it's filled with gelatin. Okay, so he says to try and smell the gelatin soup. Let's try and smell it. The smell of this gelatin is maybe a familiar smell for pet owners because apparently it smells like the paw pads of like dogs and cats. Personally, I think it smells a little bit burnt. Like it smells like if I've like burnt some like fried noodles or something. So that's the smell that I get. I'm going to pour in my gelatin-based soup right in the middle. 一気にいっていいですか? はい。Yes. Alright, so next I'm going to be putting my ingredients on top of the ramen. Here we go. In order to solidify this gelatin soup, we're going to be putting it in the refrigerator for a little while. I guess he's adjusted the temperature of the gelatin just right, so it won't take too long. But once that's all solidified, then we can take it home and it won't be spilling about on the train or whatever. And while we're doing that, we're going to go on and make our next item, which is the parfait. Alright, so next we're going to be making our parfaits, which are so cute as you can see. We have all different kinds of flavors like chocolate, strawberry, blue Hawaii, melon, and mango. Apparently you can pick up to, I think, 5 toppings. So you can pick 5 toppings. 2 berries is 1, 2 of these is 1, these little chocolate sticks, and some orange slices. Mini banana slices, which are so cute. And apparently this is one of the most popular items for people to make from abroad because of course you can display them in your house afterward and they look adorable. So I'm gonna go with the cutest one that I can find, the pink one, since it's a strawberry parfait. They also have mochi rice balls, pink shiratama, like a blueberry. So I'm gonna pick a few extra for now and then we'll figure out which ones to go with at the end when we try and decorate them. So the hard part is actually making the top soft serve part because once it solidifies, it'll be very difficult to put the toppings on. So now we're going to simulate before we actually do it. I did it, you guys! This is it still needs to set, but this is basically the finished product. I think it turned out really good. It looks delicious, don't you think? So I think I did really well, but I'm gonna ask my sensei what he thinks about my items today. じゃあ今日10点満点でしたら、何点ぐらいになりますか？
もうね、満点に近いぐらいいい出来だと思います。
本当ですか？
特にね、パフェも色目もね、非常に綺麗ですしね、ソースの色と非常に合いますね。先ほどお話したようにベリーベリーベリーの組み合わせっていうのはなかなか綺麗ですしね、選んだパーツもすごくいいと思います。でソース特にも高くてうまいですね。
やった。
それからラーメンの方はやはりこう全てのパーツが見えなきゃダメなんですね、サンプルっていうのは。その点やっぱりちゃんと全てのパーツが見えてますね、しっかり見えてます。重ねてあんまりこう隠してないでね、逆にそれがいいですよね。でスープの入れ方とかも非常に良かったので、本当にいいと思いますね。
ありがとうございます。嬉しいです。高く評価していただいて、じゃあ10点でしたら
もう満点。
満点。両方とも満点ですか？やったー、ありがとうございます。いろいろ教えていただいたおかげです。ありがとうございます。He's just told me that a lot of famous people actually come here and make food samples, and some of the pictures on the wall are various celebrities who've come visit for TV shoots, magazine shoots, and I asked him who his favorite guest was, like favorite celebrity, and he said some of the first celebrities who came here were a.k.a, the K-pop group a.k.a, as well as D-Light from Big Bang came. So they were some of the first celebrities to come, and he said he was very happy that they came here. And he's been making food samples for about 45 years, which is quite a long time. And the company itself has been running for, I think, 65 years, the actual company has been running. And I asked him how he got started in this business, and he said it's because, well, his father was doing it. Yay! So I'm so glad that I got a high rating for my food samples today. I think this was a successful challenge, Shizuka. I did a good job on the part that I needed to do on my own. And it was so much fun. I would wholeheartedly recommend doing this. If you want a fun little Tokyo souvenir, I think this would be an amazing thing to take home. And plus it's handmade. You make your own food sample, plastic food sample. So if you guys also want to try this experience, we'll put a link down below where you can find the experience, and you can try that the next time you come to Tokyo. And please let me know what else you'd like me to try in a future video for a Challenge Shizuka episode. If you have any ideas, let me know. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next video. Bye!